Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome back to the channel. Or if it's your first time stopping through, welcome to the channel. Hey, if you like sneakers and you like men's fragrances, you definitely found a home over here on YouTube because I've got a passion for both. Look, happy Thanksgiving. For those of y'all that celebrated, I hope that you enjoyed the day with your friends, with your family, spending time with each other, eating a lot of food. No, that's what I do. I hang out with the family, I eat, I lay on the couch and watch NFL football the rest of the day. But what does that mean? That means tomorrow is Black Friday. I don't understand why people do it. I tried it one time. I will never, ever do it again. I tried it. I went to Walmart or Target, and by the time I was leaving the store, I wanted to throw myself in moving traffic and just end it all. It is not for me. But for some of y'all, it's like a tradition, man. You guys will go out, y'all you'll have your Thanksgiving, and then you'll go Black Friday shopping. You'll be out all night, all day tomorrow. Come home looking like a zombie. But so here's what I'm going to do. I've got 15 fragrances right here that you're going to see in your rack room stores. You may be looking to purchase a cologne or a parfum or whatever for your son, for your brother, for your boyfriend, husband, whatever, right? And so you're going to see most of these in rack room stores. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you my experience with them. The compliment factor, does my wife really like it? Because you may be in that position. Is it worth buying? I'm not going to really say is it worth. All of them is probably worth buying to someone. Okay, let's just leave it at that. But I do want to give you my experience so you at least have something to go off of if you're looking to purchase one of these fragrances from those rack room stores. With that, roll the tape. All right. So the first one we're going to talk about, this one comes from Versace. You'll see this one in every rack room store, I promise you. This one's called The Dreamer, okay? Versace The Dreamer. Let me say this about this fragrance. I actually enjoy it, okay? But it does have a retro vibe. So if the person you're gifting for does not like 90s colognes or whatnot, you're probably not going to like this one. This one has a throwback retro vibe. It's not sweet. It's got a sharp iris and lavender note in it, which makes it perfect. I think the name The Dreamer is really good because I actually sometimes will get out of the shower at night and put this stuff on before I go to sleep. It actually helps me sleep. But would I suggest blind buying this fragrance for someone? No, because it does come off. It has a little bit of powdery smell to it, white florals. Again, that iris and lavender, and some men just don't really care for that. They want that, especially if you're younger. If you're older, you may like this stuff, but if you're younger, probably not going to be for you. So Versace The Dreamer, I enjoy it, but I would not suggest blind buying this one. Let's move on to one that I would suggest blind buying. This one right here. This is a good one, guys. So this is Mont Blanc Starwalker. Okay, if you see this stuff right here, it's probably going to run you. By the way, Versace The Dreamer, probably going to run you about 20 bucks. So will this one. Okay, this one should run you about 20 to $25. This stuff right here smells great, guys. It's not a long-lasting fragrance, so you will have to apply it multiple times, but it has a bamboo note in it that makes it woody. Really smells really different than anything else I own, and it's a pretty solid cologne, man. So if you see Mont Blanc Starwalker, I would suggest this would be a good blind buy to pick up and give to someone. Next up, let's talk about one that's not so much. And this, again, fragrances are subjective, guys. So what I like may not be necessarily what you like, but I'm just telling you my experience with it. That bamboo note in that Starwalker is good. Banana Republic, this is black walnut. I've had several Banana Republic fragrances, and this stuff, it smells good, guys. It smells really good. It's got a nice walnut note to it. It's kind of got like a tobacco smell, sweet tobacco, not like cigarettes or anything like that. The problem with this fragrance right here is it doesn't last at all. And the other Banana Republic fragrance, I forget what the name of it was, but it didn't last either. Man, this stuff, it does smell good. The opening smells good, so it's going to catch you. Like if you was able to smell this fragrance right from the beginning when you spray it on, you're like, oh, that stuff smells really good. It only lasts about literally on my skin maybe 30 minutes, and then I can't smell it anymore. And it's not that I've gone nose blind to it. What I do is I get my wife to smell test things with me sometimes. You can't smell this on your arm. If you spray this on your arm 30 minutes later, you may get a faint smell of it, but do you really want to spend 25 bucks on a fragrance that's only going to last about 30 minutes to an hour? My suggestion would be no. So watch out for Banana Republic fragrances if you see those sitting out there. On the flip side of that, let's tell you one that does last. And if you see any of these out here, any of these fragrances right here, and they're popping up more and more in rack room stores, it's a definite buy. This is Coach. Now, this one right here I found in TJ Maxx for $39.99. This is a full 3.2 ounce bottle. I think it's a 3.2 ounce. But yeah, any Coach fragrance that you find is a buy. You have Coach Platinum, you have Coach Blue, and you have Coach Green. You're probably not going to see the green. You may. Green is a newer fragrance. I think it came out last year. But Platinum is really good, guys. It's got a nice fruity opening with a tart pineapple. And then it dries down into kind of a fir balsam, a little bit of woody nuances here and there. But Coach is a really good brand. I know a lot of you know that. But if you see this one sitting out there, I can recommend definitely blind buying any Coach fragrance that you see sitting out at your rack room store. Again, this one's Coach Platinum, pineapple, and woods in the end. Kind of got like a little bit of a retro vibe, but solid purchase, especially for $40. Next up, I'm going to tell y'all there's two different Tommy fragrances that I found at rack room stores, and I purchased both. This one right here is called Tommy Tropics. Okay, Tommy Tropics. Now, this one has exactly you got a palm tree smell, so it's got that beachy vibe to it. Think driftwood. You know, as you're walking along the beach and you smell that driftwood, you may see some of that like kind of rotten wood laying up on the beach. That's what this smells like. It smells like if you were to take a hammock or something, and you smelled like the rope or something on the hammock. This is what, and I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what this smells like. It smells like rope, driftwood. So it does have that tropical vibe. However, if you want to buy a Tommy fragrance from a rack room store, get the new release if you can find it, guys. If you see this right here, Tommy Vibrant Summer, definitely go with this one over this one. This Tommy Vibrant Summer has a coconut smell to it. It's very tropical. It puts you in that pina colada phase or whatever. Very reminiscent of a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance called Le Beau. And that fragrance is about $140. You can get this guy right here. And I actually bought a few bottles of it. I haven't unboxed this one yet. But here, like this one right here, you can see it came from, where'd this one come from? I think it came from TJ Maxx, but you can see it was only $22.99. So, and again, I just bought these up as I saw them because I knew after smelling this one that they were going to sell out. So, again, two Tommy fragrances that you'll find in a rack room store. Go with Vibrant Summer over Tommy Tropics, in my opinion. Next up, we got some CK1s. So, first of all, let me say this. And I got to get this out of the way. I've seen this stuff kind of being hyped on YouTube by other fragrance reviewers. And hey, they may like it. They may enjoy it. That's their opinion. I get it. And I bought it based on hearing a little bit about it. Not my experience at all, guys. Cool water, grapefruit, and sage. This right here may be one of the worst blind buys that I've ever had in my life. It says grapefruit. I love citrus fragrances. I love grapefruit fragrances. One of the best to me, Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue Forever, has a realistic grapefruit note. This guy right here smells straight like powder, in my opinion. I think they left the grapefruit out of my bottle and just went pure sage because when I spray this on, I get nothing but powder. When I tell you that my wife cannot stand this stuff, let me tell you. Let me tell you a little story real quick about this. I sprayed it on a few times. She told me never wear it again. She could pick it up because she don't know what I'm wearing. I spray it on after I get out of the shower and then I'll get in the car or whatever. But both times that I wore this, she said, whatever you got on, do not wear that again. I was like, okay, got it. She can't stand it. Here's what I did. I tried to pull a fast one on her. I gave it to my son, okay? I gave it to my son, put it in my son's bathroom or whatever, and he wore it. Now, she comes out of the bedroom. He's already left the house, and she smelled it in the house. She said, why do you have that? I said, I don't have it on. She said, did you give that to our son? I said, yes. She said, why did you do that? That's how bad she dislikes this fragrance. And you know what? I'm with her. I'm with her, guys. To me, if you want to buy a cool water fragrance, buy cool water. The standard cool water cologne. Do not. And again, a lot of people like this stuff, grapefruit and sage. So it's kind of a buy at your own risk. I'm just telling you my experience with it. It's very powdery. So if you like powdery kind of fragrances, this may be for you. Not for me. Not for me, cuz instead of that, again, buy the regular cool water. But if you see any of these sitting out there, this is CK1 Summer. If you see any of the CK Summer fragrances at a rack room store, it is blind buy worthy. All of it smells good. It's delicious. It's all kind of has this kind of citrus opening. Stays pretty much citrus throughout the fragrances. Each one of them that I've ever bought, I think this is the 2021 version. They come out with one every year. but this is a solid blind buy. So if you see CK1 Summer, go ahead, pick that one up. Next up is another CK fragrance. So this one right here, I would say, summertime. This one right here, wintertime, guys. And you can find this one just about in all of them, just like the Dreamer, the one we started off with. You can find this guy in just about every rack room store. And this is a solid purchase, guys. This CK1 Shock for the fall and wintertime. Oh, yeah, this is beautiful stuff, guys. It's blended well. You get a spicy nuance in the opening, dries down again to woodsy tobacco notes. Just overall, man, it almost had like a gourmand. I know it doesn't have chocolate or cocoa or anything like that in it, but it does have this it's a really good fragrance. Okay, let me just tell you that. I don't want to keep going. We've got a few more to go through. This is blind buy worthy, CK1 Shock, especially for this time of year. Next up, if you see this one, definitely pick this one up. And I lost the cap. I'm kind of PO'd about that because I like it has a magnetic cap. But anyway, this is Missoni Wave. So this is another good one, almost in the same vein as Tommy. Which look at the bottles. If you can't tell, they're very similar. But this one right here has more of a citrus opening, the driftwood dry down. Smells really good, and let me tell you, it lasts forever. This guy right here is one of those that you can buy from the rack room stores that you're definitely getting a value for your money as far as the longevity goes. Compliment factor on this is high. The wife likes it; she approves of it. So very good fragrance. This one again right here is for the spring and the summertime. Missoni Wave. If you see this one, it's a go. This one here. I got a story about this one too, real quick. I'll make it fast because I see we're at 12 minutes in the video. But I had a small sample of this and I wore it a few times and I liked it. So I went out and I purchased the full bottle. I actually see it in the rack room store. I think I got this for like $49.99, so right at $50. Still a little expensive for rack room, but not as expensive if you're going to pay it at the mall, if you're buying it at the mall. So this is Moschino. Now, weird bottle, I know. it's like a teddy bear. But this is Moschino Toy Boy. Now, this right here, some people are going to disagree. A lot of people like this fragrance, and I did too. But for some reason, over time, I think I had this. I bought this back in 2019 or 2018, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And at the time, like I said, I liked it. But over time, this right here, it has a very strong rose note. Rose, okay? And hey, don't let that turn you off. Try this out if you can. You may like it. My wife actually likes this, but for me, here's the problem. This thing right here turns my stomach now. And I don't know if it's because the rose is so sharp in it. Like it's not subtle. It is in your face rose. It's very strong. And this stuff lasts enormous. This is a beast. This son of a gun right here may last you about 24 hours on your skin, and that's no BS, okay? This is a strong fragrance. You're going to get your money's worth, but you got to like rose. If you do not like rose, stay away from this. I've seen people say that this stuff reminds them of a wedding. I've seen people say this stuff reminds them of a funeral. So that's the contrast that you get with this one right here. I've heard people say it reminds them of sitting in a church pew. So I don't know. the jury's out on this one. Again, I didn't mind it, but for some reason, this stuff turns my stomach now. After about 30 minutes of wearing it, I get a stomach ache, and that's weird that a fragrance would do that. But the notes in this is so sharp, man. And don't say it's because it's been sitting there for 4 or 5 years either. Colognes macerate. Some of them get better over time. And I haven't worn this guy in years. When I'm talking about a stomach ache, I didn't wear it again after that. So it ain't that it's just been sitting there. Okay. This one right here, I would suggest buying. This is Hawas. So anything by Rasasi Hawas, you can find Hawas Ice, Hawas Black. Even though those two probably aren't going to be in rack room stores, you should be able to find the original Hawas. If you've ever heard of Paco Rabanne's Invictus, this guy right here smells like that, okay? This right, out of all of them, I'm going to be real with y'all, man. Out of all of them that I've shown today, if you see this one, this would be the one that I would buy. No doubt. This one and Coach, I would definitely go with the Coach and this in the Rack Room stores for a pickup. This stuff smells great, and it has great longevity. It has that bubblegummy sweet smell. So if you're buying for younger, maybe think 25 and under, maybe 30 and under, this one right here is what you go with if you can find it in your Rack Room stores. Probably going to cost you in between 30 to 40 bucks, maybe a little more, but it's definitely worth it. Okay, so Hawas, okay, Rasasi Hawas. If you see it, it's a buy. And then last but not least, guys, I got to show y'all anything from this brand right here. You're going to see it in a Rack Room store. It is the Rack Room OG King, Tommy Bahama, guys. Tommy Bahama. I'm just throwing in two of my favorites. This is St. Kitts. This is St. Bart's. I always bring these up in my Rack Room videos because they're a great deal. They're a great deal. 20 bucks, 19.99, 19.99, 40 bucks for these two huge bottles of fragrance. With this one, you get lime margarita. With this one, you get tart daiquiri. Okay, this is good stuff, especially if you're going to the beach. I've got on, for some reason, I've got on like a beachy looking shirt right now. Kind of fits my Tommy Bahama colognes here. Hey, I got two more for y'all that I left off real quick, and they were actually the reason they got left off. I just bought them, but I got to go over them with you. Both of them are buys for sure. Okay, the first one right here is Mont Blanc Individual. Okay, so if you see Mont Blanc Individual sitting out there, this one's great, guys. This one's really, really good. Oh yeah, it's fresh. Okay, it's fresh. It smells like linen, clean linen. Has a raspberry note up top. So if that sounds interesting to you, Mont Blanc Individual. This is a great office fragrance. A good one to wear out on the town. Longevity is not beast mode or anything like that, but it's a good one. So I strongly recommend if you see Mont Blanc Individual, that's a buy. And this one, I want to end it off here. I used to wear this guy all the time, and I still love it. Anytime I run out of it, I buy another bottle of it. Burberry Touch. Okay, you're going to find this one in every Rack Room store. A lot of y'all already know this fragrance, but I couldn't leave it off. I had to say something about it. I always get the bigger bottle right here. This one's woodsy, spicy. I won't say spicy. That's not really spicy, but it does have a lot of woods in it. Just overall, a great fragrance. My favorite out of line, I like Burberry London as well, but Burberry Touch is really, really solid, especially for the price point. You can't really beat it. Yeah, just a beautiful fragrance, and it holds a special place in my heart because I used to wear it back in the day in the early 2000s and whatnot, late 90s. Just good stuff, guys. Burberry Touch. And with that, now I'm finally gone. Love you guys. Peace. I'm really out this time.